I can't believe it's so long since I made a video. Uh, I'm gonna clean up a mess. I've actually been cleaning up and sorting and really trying to be accountable for all of the things that I have and trying to figure out what really has to go, what I really like. Uh, right now, we're dealing with all kinds of toys that I was trying to. Don't ask, really. What am I. I think right now I am deciding that I know. I don't. Okay, I don't know if this is the right video for this. How can I have a conversation and talk to you, and clean at the same time? I don't know, but maybe that's what the videos have to be about. That's what I was planning on doing here. Is going through the things. Maybe there'd be stories about the stuff. Maybe there'd be. I have to write down at least prompts of what I'm going to talk about when we're doing this. I do have to change a light bulb. That's very important to me because I have a lantern that's not. And something, does this happen to you? I forget how to do things. The way that the light bulbs are set up in these lanterns that I made, I can't. There's a certain way. It's like one of those metal puzzles that you have to twist and put in a certain configuration. And there's an actual really easy way without forcing or doing anything to put them in. But every time I change one of these light bulbs, I totally forget how to do it. And that brings me to art journaling, which we'll probably talk about, because I see that as a opportunity to come up with solutions like this. Where I remember doing some also graphic design work once, and I always forgot because I had to do it biannually every twice a year. So the next time it would come around, I would forget. It was something that I would have to do each time, but I would forget what are the steps that I have to do to make that happen. And yeah, this light bulb is out, so I have to change the light bulb at OL. So there's so many steps before steps. So it's dusty. I can't bring out the vacuum cleaner, but I do have to get my horsehair brush all of these down. I guess that's not going to happen this time. So what I'm going to do, and I don't have any rags because I just did laundry. I washed the darks. I do have a rag around here. Maybe we're going to have to, I'm going to unplug you. We're going to have to take a segue. There's other things that I wanted to talk about. I bought some stuff. I bought, which I shouldn't be doing. I bought a bowl. But again, when pioneers use these bowls, when it's so old that a pioneer used it, and I saw that at a thrift store, that bowl, and I really wanted it, but I knew that I had a long day ahead of me, and I couldn't carry a bowl being so clumsy around with me on my bike all day. So I left it there, and I kind of hid it. I put it on a bottom shelf inside of an ugly bowl, which the thing is, most people that would be shopping at the thrift store would want to buy that ugly bowl. But maybe the person who'd want to buy the antique bowl wouldn't look at the... Anyway, it worked because I went back a few days later and it was still there to my surprise. I also bought this. Now, it's supposed to be like a fog-free mirror that works in your shower, which is good. That's bonus for shaving in the shower, even though I use an electric razor. Even though it is good to cut my hair and shave in the shower because so much easier to clean up the mess than doing it out in public. And if I am going to cut my hair all the time, I think I'm enjoying my haircut. If I keep it short, though, I have to keep it. I think I have to do it once a week. I think somebody even asked that question. So I am going to be shaving my hair once a week. That's how my tan is happening, just by cleaning the pool. what else did I buy? Oh yeah, I bought that mirror. Oh, and I buy plastic hand ones from the dollar store. They're like, I think they're $1.25, $1.50. But I keep dropping them, mostly outside, but I've stepped on one inside, and this is some kind of plexiglass material that's the main I didn't buy it because it's a fog-free mirror, but it's kind of cool that it is a fog-free mirror, and I can just shave even though I don't have a wet razor. One day I will. One day I probably should get a razor that is, one of them, it says wet dry on. I don't know, maybe it is. I don't know if it is. I'll have to double check that. Oh, that's another thing that I wanted to make one of my art journals for. So I see people make these art journals, which, do I want to talk about art journaling? Art. It's so weird to me. But what a great niche. But then I think I would have to start a whole new channel, because you can't mix YouTube. Oh, YouTube. So I have two toy channels. So I started a thrift channel, a channel where I build dioramas and look at dollies and stuff, like 1/6 scale action figures and dolls and anything that's 1/6 scale. I don't know if you know what that is, but it doesn't matter if you do or not. Anyway, so I divide because my toy channel was doing. You have to segregate. You have to pinpoint. You have to come up with something very, very specific, and then you have to stay in that genre, or the algorithm really gets fucked up. Anyway, so I started this new channel, and it's making more money now than I have 1,000 subscriber channel that makes more money now than my 30,000 subscriber channel. This one's not monetized yet, so we have to get this monetized. This would be my bread and butter, this channel, because this is something that I can always do. You have to buy toys to have a toy channel. I mean, if I did a junk journal, that's really what I want to do. I have junk journal supplies. I see people. So I've been watching junk journal videos. I don't know. So that's just people ripping up paper and sticking in. Most of the time they don't have a purpose, but I have purposes for mine. So I'm starting my calorie counting junk journal, but I also think that I have these user manuals and stuff. Those could definitely be incorporated. There are things that you would throw out, but I could keep the key points that I need, and I could put them in it. I can put all of my that is a purpose that I could see for one, where I could use that paraphernalia. I could stick it in a book, make it all crafty, but also have it as a reference book for when I have questions like, can I use my razor in the shower? Because I don't remember. Do I know how that faucet works? Do I still have a warranty on that? Because that stuff you really would throw out. Anyway, let's fix this light bulb. Let's figure out where it is. This is another video. Oh, well, I don't know if it's going to happen in this video or not, but where I keep paper toy propaganda I keep in those binders down there. I mean, I didn't shift this stuff around, and we have tackled this a little bit before, and you gotta admit that looks pretty organized, despite, do I need all of these things? Some of the things I do, some of the things I don't. Oh, here's something else that I bought, which I probably don't need, but maybe it will add some guidelines. I guess it's kind of a game, and I've done this before. These I just bought from the Dollar Tree, so I can't even read what they say. I guess my eyesight has gotten bad, but they say conversation cards and relationship talks, family talks, and icebreakers. So I thought that, I mean, the thing is, I don't have any problem talking about anything. I can go on for hours about just buying a bowl, really, right? But maybe because they would be interesting topics, ones that I wouldn't necessarily think of at the top of my head. Also, they might keep me on track. Also, I could stick to one topic per video instead of going all over the place like that. But this isn't a new phenomenon for me to buy cards like this, because I have all of these other ones, which are, what is this called? What does this one say? This one says, oh, this is that's just great. That is just great. This Lucite box, though, I dropped, and I think that it's cracked somewhere. That kind of drives me crazy, so I should probably take this out of this. But the fact that I bought what this one is called, Table Topics, questions to start great conversations. Like I've bought things like this before. Let's try to put these things back. So, thinking that, I could at least, I can make a video. I was like, I can make a short. It does drive me crazy that there's a crack in that. I think we're going to deal with that right now. I'm going to take these cards out, and somebody might want a cracked Lucite box, and that might not bother them, so I'll stick that in the donation bin. And then I'm just going to put these separate, and I'll organize them into one of these metal. Can you see my metal box collections? I know, despite if I do get rid of everything that I own, and I'm still going to have all kinds of tiny little things that I need to organize some way. Most of my stuff is disposable, like these cards, for example, which nothing I paid a lot of money for or anything. Again, these were from the Dollar Tree, so they were like $1.50 each in Canada. But yes, I've had these topics before. What a good idea. Why has it been like almost 20 days since I made a video? It baffles me. I feel like the last video I made was yesterday. And maybe because there's so much dialogue going on in my head. There is something to say about my brain. I made a couple videos about owning my ADHD, whatever you call this stuff, this OCD, and I've been stumbling upon videos about OCD. Haven't been watching so much on ADHD. I think I'm kind of over it because I don't like to blame anything. But the thing is that it really, I'm realizing. I'm not just realizing, but I'm taking notice of again that I can't read well. That's always been a struggle. And was it because I don't know how to say it. Nobody read with me enough? Is that something that you have to start off early, or you just never pick it up? Or is it because it was so, which is how I feel now, it is so difficult for me to concentrate and read, and it really isn't hard for me to concentrate and focus, but this stuff all is ADHD stuff. It's I guess you wouldn't say that I have OCD and thank goodness. And that's another. Can my mind just go to that thing? See, I think this is what ADHD is, because your mind goes from one topic to another. I feel I shouldn't. When I see, I do judge, and I guess I do judge and criticize people who have actual OCD. I do. That's how I know that I don't technically, clinically have OCD, because I don't do the I do when I'm cleaning the pool, for example. When I make no, do I do that? No. There's certain times that I do count what I'm doing, but I think most people do that. Just do 1, 2, 3. What do I count when I? I can't think of what I'm counting. It's more logical than having to tap the doorknob 3 times before you go out it. Anything that's that that has no purpose. Like I'll count something that I'm doing because I have to do it, and it's part of a function because it's a motion. Like I will catch myself counting for no reason, but it's like doing something that has to be monotonous. It's not like tapping something that you don't. So I do catch myself when I'm like watching a video about somebody talking about their OCD. I will be saying, snap out of it. Why are you doing that? But do you think, I think that I do that because I can see that part inside of me where I am able to, like I could see that being possible in me, but I would never allow that. Yeah, like I can control myself. So, but maybe they can't control themselves. So, see, that's at least I have something to work on. I love finding things that, because sometimes I think that I've got it all together. Obviously, I don't have it all together, right? But listen to me. There's such a dichotomy in me because I have so much to. I mean, this is what a stupid thing to say. I think it all does come down. I don't know if I'm smart. When I get insecure about things, I am never insecure about my intelligence, which is really strange because I'm probably not that smart. But for me to be able to consider if I actually am smart or not, for me to step back and say, maybe I'm just really stupid because I'm in a really bad situation, so I must be stupid. But then it's not all black and white. So that is something that is one of my biggest struggles, is I am such a all or nothing kind of person. But I am an all or nothing kind of person because I know that there are so many gray shades. And I know that I am going to be within those gray shades. That's why I tell myself, and it actually is a good practice, and I think I've heard people say that this is a good thing to do. You just say you don't do that. Like, I don't eat white sugar. I don't eat processed sugar. I don't eat processed food at all, ever, none. But of course, sometimes it does happen. But if you say you don't do it, then for the most of the time, you don't do it. All right. So yes, I do have. Oh, this is a soma. I think my mother called the block the wrong name, soma cube, but I think it's pronounced SOMA. Wait, is that what it's called? Is that what's written on here? Probably. That says something else on there. Nonetheless, that's cool. I like that. I like that I bought a wooden one. That's a toy that I want. Do I have other cards here? Do I have other thought cards? I do really like to collect cards. What's this card collection? Not that that's what this video was about. We're trying... Anyway, I do have prompt cards, and I think I've bought even books that have ideas on them. Now, maybe I didn't keep them. It might have been a mistake throwing out that box right now, but I don't want it. So let's just put that in here. Let's put on my glasses one more time before we change the light bulb. How many what does it take to change a light bulb is the name of this video. This one is More Than One Story. Stories More Than One Story. We are more than one story. More than one story. In this card game designed to build bridges between people of all ages, backgrounds, and cultures. Maybe that would be good for me. We're going to have to draw some of these cards. That's so funny because in some of my last videos I was drawing cards. I was drawing tarot cards. Should we draw one today? No, we're not. We're changing the light bulb. There is no question. There's no question that I suffer from from a disease. As much as I'm not going to, well, I guess I do own it, but I'm not going to dwell on it, and I'm not going to I don't blame anything. I don't blame any. I feel responsible. I think that's something else that makes me different from most people. Like, I really, truly don't blame. I know to be grateful for how I was raised. I know I was grateful to be for how my brain works. Like, how cool is it that that my brain doesn't work like everybody else's brain? That's kind of cool because it's different and it's special. I like different and special. That's the best parts of the world are what are different and special. So let's change this light bulb, all right? You gotta admit, there's nothing more different and special than me. Little did I know, when people were calling me special when I was young, they meant it in a different way than I perceived it. So can I remember how I do this? So there's a certain way I made this. The funny thing is, there's a really easy... I don't even know if this light... What if I find out that the light bulb isn't even burnt out? That's what normally happens. I'll change the light bulb. And then, maybe I should put on my glasses for this procedure. Can I see a broken element in here? And then I find out that the... Oh yeah, I see something shaking around in the element, so I do know. I forget what I was going, but yeah, there is a certain way that's really, really easy, and you just have to bend the things in a certain way, and it comes out so easy. So you pull. This has a spring on it. This pulls out, and then I think I can pull the glass out. Oh, and then I was gonna find a cloth. That was what I was going to do to dust it off because it is kind of dusty. Do I unscrew the light bulb first so there's more wiggle room? And one of them has a broken glass on it, which maybe, I don't know when these come out. They come out in the summertime? Like at the dollar store, that's where I bought these lanterns. Okay, I'm obviously not doing something right. Okay, so let's think. So maybe bend it the other way now. Oh! What? So maybe the element in... So I'm gonna shake it. What happened there? That's what happens with light bulbs sometimes. I think the loose part touched. Like, I can't shake it. Like, sometimes, like, one of the little wires will come disfused. I don't know if you know how light bulbs work. And then it'll touch where it's supposed to touch again. But I don't know if... Like, it should shake off. So, is my wiring faulty? Was the light bulb loose in the socket? Maybe the plug? Like, none of it's not working again. So that's bizarre in its own right. Is this a fire hazard because I made it myself? No. It has sharp metal. But we do have to turn it down. I have it on a dimmer. I made a video about that. Anyway, the light bulb works now. We might have to change it another day, but we're not going to do that now and here. Let's what's going on here? This is bizarre. So I have these are things that I collect. So there's a couple things that are mandatory for me to collect, and I don't have to collect them anymore because sometimes I do. They used to be cheap many years ago. Well, not that many years ago, but I'd say about 10 years ago. Let's just give a nice round number. I used to buy these a lot. Maybe it was even 20 years ago. So when I see these now, they're about $5, but I could find these at thrift store. Prices have changed in recent years, and it's ridiculous. I think this is a known phenomenon that's going on. They really do mark up their stuff. Really, there's lots of like marketplace things in Canada talking about how thrift stores are gouging people, and the prices at the thrift store for the item sometimes costs more than what you do when you buy it new, especially because there's so many dollar stores and stuff nowadays that the stuff that you find at the product that you buy at the dollar store, the thrift store will get it and they'll mark it at $5 and it costs $1. So that's the kind of thing that's happening now. But these used to be a lot cheaper. I think I used to buy most of them for $1. Now the cheapest you're going to find them is for $5 each. But they're antique jars, and I have a huge collection. I am very clumsy, and I do occasionally break some. And then I have extra tops and lids that I do have a collection from. I think I talked about figuring out where I put those. And actually, I did find that bag of them, and now I don't remember what I did. Now I put them somewhere else. So that is something that we have to take accountable for. These and antique hangers are two things that I collect. Is that the only thing that I collect now? I mean, those are things that are necessity to me. But I also do have insulators that I like to collect. Those are so antique things. And then ironstone pots. So those are things that I collect, but I don't have to collect those. The hangers and the jars are functional and antique, and they're very, very important and special to me. And those are things that I would keep no matter what. I could see getting rid of all of the antique pottery because it's not necessarily, it still has function. I love that everything that I have is beautiful in its own right, but if it also has a purpose, like it's a vessel, like I can stick things in my jars and store little things. But I have so much storage for little things. Which I'm happy about this, because look at all my metal this is probably one of the other things, which these office boxes aren't that common very much, but I do also keep my favorite things in these metal actually these are probably mostly empty, but we have to go through my stuff and find the little things that we have to divide up. And maybe I don't need this many things. The things about these though is that they're so good for food too, and I do use them for food and spices. And how great to take your stuff out of your ugly packages, bring it home and stick it into the jars, and then you have like all of your medicinal belongings. And yeah, so I do love that, and I do love keeping things organized so you can see that I do use them. And check out these dollar store baking soda. Baking soda is so good for cleaning. I use a more high quality one for brushing my teeth though, which is what we have here: toothpicks, tea tree oil. Oh yeah, that is another video that'll be coming up where I'm going to get rid of all of the kitchenware that I don't like or use. You can see here I have this bowl collection. Those things I would definitely keep. That's something that I wanted to talk about: nesting. This drives me crazy. So I definitely need my goal here is one day I need a place. I need a place of my own. That I guess is the number one goal, because I can't function with other people bothering me. It's just I need solitude. Like, I cannot believe that I need no one. It's crazy that you're not like everything I read, everything I hear, everything I see, they tell you that the most important thing is community, and I reject it so much, and I thrive so much better in solitude by myself, and that is so bizarre. Anyway, That's what I like. I don't have time for other people's foolishness because there's so many things that I want to do on my own that and so much joy that I want to bring to myself, and I can actually make more money when I'm not being disturbed or have to worry about other people. Anyway, something that I noticed, which I think is also an ADHD thing, well, I know it is from hearing people talk, is that I set up my life to make everything as easy as possible. And it drives me crazy that I have to nest my bowls because I have to pull out the bowls. Now this has a lot to do with me like living and confining myself to a small space too. If I had more space, I would put each bowl lined up on the shelf so I could grab the small bowl if I needed, grab the medium bowl, but I have to like take these out. There's another bowl that these go into too, which is here that's dirty right now, so I have to clean that. But then I have to like put that one underneath those ones and put that one in, and that is not my ideal situation. That makes me want to not do things. That makes me want to stop. So I know, and I've heard that this is a very common ADHD thing. ADHD, ADD. We called it ADD in my life, in my time. Yeah, but I just think about the shelf, the open shelf, probably because everything I have is beautiful anyway. So I don't have to have closed shelves because everything I have is minimal and beautiful. So how great that I never have any clutter. If I have something that's ugly, like an ugly packaging, I'm going to empty it into a beautiful jar and look at its beauty. I would never bring home a packaged good to my home unless it's baking soda, and then I choose the baking soda that has the really cool old-fashioned looking packaging. Look, it looks like it's a Pioneer baking company, and then I don't even want to use this because it looks so awesome on the shelf. And then I have my backups. And I guess I'm not vegan because I have animal byproducts, beeswax, pellets, so cool for making like lip balm or what do you call something that's good for dry skin? Not I get lotion, but balm, I guess. Oh, we already said lip balm. Anyway, something moisturizing. And then this is diatomaceous earth, which is from crushed insects, crushed coral, and it kills insects. That's just in case, because I do kill insects. I'm just saying, I kill them a lot. I kill them around the pool because they burrow into the moldings on the pool and they try to destroy the structure of it. And if there's a spider crawling around or a giant centipede, I will destroy it. So as much as I don't eat meat, I'm saying I don't eat meat, but sometimes I would and sometimes I do. But for the most part, I just eat potatoes and oatmeal. And rice. I think I'm going to have rice today. The potatoes are not on sale. They're $6 opposed to they were $2.50 last week. I really should have stocked up. Can't stock up in the summertime because they'll just go bad too easily because of the warm temperatures. Am I going to put the cardboard stuff away in here? I guess I do talk about the same things. Anyway, I'm looking at this right now, and we are pretty nicely organized here. This is pretty good. But I could, and I probably should, get rid of some of the stuff. I do love like old buttons and stuff. Like this is your Nana stuff. This is stuff that you like. But what else do I have here? This is pretty good stuff. Like these are rocks, and these are kind of meaningful. I think that these ones are all from Nova Scotia, where I'm from. And there's even one that's cored out from one of the guys in the small fishing community that I work in who makes art with rocks, and that was just one of his offcasts. But I think it's a drilled out piece of stone that looks pretty awesome. So I have hung on to this. Here's some Here's some stones that I actually bought. I'm not a stone person. My tarot cards and my stones, kind of weird. But I did want to have some gems, and I ended up spending way too much. I bought these at New York from a gem store, though. That's kind of cool. I should revisit and take a look at those. And they're obviously mixed in with some hair clips. Those I could throw out. I really should. I'm going to go through these jars. Maybe I'll do it with you. And, I mean, that's not what I can't do everything this one video. We did not change a light bulb. Where's the light bulb box anyway? I guess I have my favorite books and DVDs on this shelves. Ones that are those are the books that I would keep. That's kind of interesting that I have put those together. I mean, I don't need, which I feel really good about that. I could abandon everything. Yeah, I don't know if I have anything. There's probably toys that I wouldn't abandon. Maybe. Yeah, I guess I'm just in a weird, sometimes I feel like I could leave everything, and sometimes I could, oh yeah, I'm getting overwhelmed now. What is that doing up there? All right, so I guess I do have to finally go through these jars. Like, I mean, it's good to have a jar of nails for when you need a nail, but also how often do I need a nail, and will I need a nail anytime soon? So, I guess yeah. These are the hard dilemmas. But I do have to start packing. I have to get out of here. So, no place to go. I got to pack up enough. Yeah. Geez. All right. Now, oh God. Oh. Yeah, I'm freaking out a little bit. I got to clean up this mess now. I guess I can't do that. I can't do it in a video. So, I guess we can talk about what's going on here. I cleared off this. I guess this is something that I should have done in my toy video, talking about my toy studio. But I had the castles on top of this table. It is so much better for me to make videos in here. And I also made it. And I also bought here's something else that I bought recently. I wanted some really nice metal clamps. These are something that I will take with me to the end of time, but I needed to be able to add these walls and take these walls away as I need them. So, so I can be inside, so it can look like that I am inside a house, but I don't have much room to work around in here. So when I am making a video like this is 1/6 scale diorama, by the way. But mostly I think I'm going to have to have one up, and I think I'll keep it up all the time, one corner, and then I'll take the other one down. But when I'm like building a miniature room here, that I'll have this area. And I do like the versatility of my curtains that I have all around the place. And look, I wish I would have done that before instead of going to IKEA and buying. I have those clipped, which bowl clips are one of my staples too. Here, let's add them to the box. Metal office boxes, bowl clips, painter's drop cloths as curtains and bedspreads and tablecloths. The only reason I do not agree with tablecloths, but this giant table is kind of, it's brown. It's a nice table, but it's dark wood, which I don't really like unless it looks like that. Anyway, it's not my jam. It's nice, but it's not my jam. So I cover it and also it's two tables pushed together. So and it's a giant workplace. And then look at how much stuff I have. And this isn't even the large amount of stuff that I have. Okay, I'm getting overwhelmed when I say out loud what my problems are. I am very surprised and elated how organized that is. Boxes. And do you notice? Do you notice the little containers? Like, I am a master of organization. But you shouldn't be organizing. I should be. If you're organizing, I do enjoy organizing. So maybe I've taught myself to like organizing because I have so much stuff, or I have so much stuff because I like organizing, or what came first? Boxes with boxes in them, though, is my little organization trick that I do talk about all the time, is that when you do have boxes, you make sure that they're all the same box, because that makes it that makes your piles, and it makes everything fit. See, this box isn't the same, but this is a box that has to be dealt with today. I do have to empty. That's what all of these boxes are on here. And check out this. These are my junk journal supplies, and then underneath it is also in this long shallow box. I've been putting all of the extra papers that I don't have time to start a new project. I can't see this channel should be my junk journal, which it kind of is. So I don't know. Again, everything I have is disposable. This is all paper goods that I have to go through. I'm going to put my receipts with my receipts. There's like toys that I opened, and I save the cards, but I have to cut off the plastic neatly and store them on the shelf. You can see here. Now this looks like OCD. But I mean, these do have purposes, because they're the cards to the toys that I have, and they have comics on them, and they have cross cells on them, and I just really like the art and the pictures on them. So I have neatly put them in here and saved them and categorized them. Now I don't have to keep all of them, but I think that this collection is my favorites, and I have downsized a few. I think these ones, I mean, some of them have checklists on the back too, so I know what toys that I'm missing and want to get. So there are circumstances where I save things like that, and that is also what's going on in here. Yeah, I am super organized, so I have to give credit to that. It's like, do I want to start a business? No. The only thing, like, is there a good example here? These are all different properties, but this stuff has to be sorted out much better. Wait, is there I don't know. These binders, they have like, this is a fantastic example. This one has all of the comic books that come with action figures. So I want to keep them together in this binder and then categorize them and keep this other piece of papers that come with them, just because I love the artwork and it does spark joy. And I have, it is very nice and well organized and put together, and I can flip through it and enjoy it. How often do I do it? Maybe not enough, because there's way too much selection here. We made this video on here. Did I tell you that I finished the collection? That I went on, was it Facebook Marketplace? No, I think it was eBay. It was really inexpensive. The first time it was inexpensive to get something shipped on eBay, because it was just a card put in an envelope. But yeah, I finished the collection of these music cards from the early 90s that I actually did collect originally, and that was kind of fun. I made a video, weirdly enough, on here about that, even though I guess I made a video on here And I made a video on the toy channel about that. But be careful. I love milk crates too. That might stem from my childhood because I used milk crates to organize my toys in my closet. So they come in handy. They're very sturdy, and I have just chosen black ones that I had for years. They're good for storing and moving things. But right now seems counterproductive to keep them on shelves. But it does keep things categorized and keeps things easily, like they work as bookends and stuff like that. So yeah, normally I would keep the shelves and then I have the milk crates separately as more shelves, but that is kind of good that I have downsized over the years that way. There was are we gonna go we're gonna go through all the boxes, I think, one day in a video. We've gone through sunglass boxes. There's some funny things that I wanted to show you though. Like, I know that there's some this is media, mostly TV shows on not DVDs, but TV show files, video files, movie files. But I do have some weird, like, I really have been thinking about that. I had journals when I was a kid, and I think those are in the basement, and it's just stupid stuff. Like, I have no reason to even visit it or go back, but I'm afraid to. Like, this is just pictures of, like, old girlfriends or Polaroids of myself. I think we've had flashes of these before, but maybe we should go down memory lane, and my body doesn't look any different from when I have no idea how old I was. 20s? Are these in my 20s? This is how I dressed in the 90s, though. This is definitely in the 90s. That is a very 90s look, but that's what they were selling at Colmonico at the time. When I was a skinhead. Wait, I don't have a tattoo. Wait, maybe I look fatter there. We're gonna have to go through the pictures. There are pictures in here of ex-girlfriends, and I think I'll just throw those out because I think there's like nudes in here of me, but we won't be showing those on YouTube, but I'll be throwing those out. Oh, that's cool. That was like, I don't know. There were tiny little Polaroid pictures, but I guess I should just junk it. Like, it's over with, and something else that's come. Like, I've had like old hard drives and stuff like that, and I don't even. I'm never gonna revisit that stuff, and I don't care. So I'm gonna. Like, what are these? Polaroids are scary because you never know. You never know what's going to be on it. I don't know what these are. These tiny little Polaroid. I always loved Polaroid cameras, so I was always buying the latest ones, and they had ones that had tiny little images in them. Kind of cool. I don't know if there's anything. I don't know my glasses. I can see a girlfriend. Oh, here's a baby. That's kind of cool, actually, because I do still have that baby. Oh, that was an album that came with the cameras. That anyway. Do I have to go through those? Do I have to look at them? I don't know. There's some modeling books. I guess I should keep that stuff. This clothes are early 2000 fashion. Man, I do not like. This is cool. I love this is probably really cool that this company used me for the whole campaign. I won't show the name of it. 2010, fall winter 2010 was when that happened. These are clothes I would never wear. So, really, my least favorite fashion time. I love things. I love parts about all of the different genres of fashion, but there's nothing good to be said about the 2000s for me. Now, if that's your it's really in fashion right now. So this oh no, this resurgence of that is big right now. So I kind of don't like what's going on in fashion right now because it's just it's maximalist. It's so many details and new. It's so reproduction. That's definitely a good example for it. It's like Winners or Home Sense, where you've got all of these like farmhouse, and which is, I know it's a style that people like, but I like the real thing. Like, it's very farmhouse. That's that style that designers do make fun of and stuff and say that it's totally out. I get it because I love pioneer stuff. That is totally my jam. It's just when it's reproduced and it's reproduction and it's new and then distressed. You can see the fakeness behind that. Sometimes you can't tell though. So I guess that's like I have some stuff that's reproduction that's not new. Like this would definitely fall into the category of farmhouse. Somebody having this in their home, but I think this is actually old. It looks like it looks very much like a cage for catching rats, though, so it's kind of gross. I don't think it is. Well, it has no holes in it for catching rats. Yeah, so that's my stuff. I do have to put those cards away and clean up that stuff, but I also really needed to make a video. But we'll probably... I think that there are some of you who would sit down and watch anything I do, and I love you for that. Thank you. I know it gets better. It's too bad that the people who were watching the beginning of this video couldn't see where I can relax a little bit and calm down and not be so flustered. But I do have to. I think it would be definitely good for this channel for me to sit down and focus on one topic. It might be really interesting to look at some of those cards and discuss the topics, because I do have some very unusual takes on the world. And I think I'm right. Like, there's so many things. Yeah. I mean, I do race and religion. I do have some really bad takes on that, probably. The political correct society that we're working in. I mean, there's definitely a generation thing going on with that. Age of majority and maturity and stuff like that. I don't necessarily. I really am a pioneer. I should be living in the 1800s. So all of the rules of the 1800s, I pretty much want to follow. It was that's my jam. Even though there's some bad stuff, but guess what? Here's what I'm going to leave you with today. I guess we won't make this video too long. Men are bad. So if you're... This is weird. I don't know where this is exactly coming from. But it really sucks that that women aren't as strong as men. And women have to be careful because men suck. So that might be... Maybe that's the biggest take of all of the world right now. Men are bad. Men do bad things. And we can't and women can't go around expecting better of them. That's the sad reality of this, and it's probably will never change. And we do come from animals, and children will always be mean. And they have to test their boundaries, and we're just little wild beasts that we have to grow up. And as much as I would never do any of the horrendous things that men do in the world, men are still going to do them. and I guess to some extent I will. I'm a big gaslighter. I know that I definitely recognize that I do stuff like that. But there's my butts. We've already seen. You can't see it in the mirror. I've never stood in here. We got some cleaning up to do it. I had this so cleaned up well yesterday. Then I ate some popcorn last night. Popcorn. That's another thing that I eat. How I love my diet. It's so good. It's so good. Yeah. So men suck, and women. Men aren't going to get any better. So you have to be careful. Like, you can't be yourself. You just. Sometimes I'm a victim blamer, because you have to be responsible for yourself. Yes, like I am a victim of many things. Exactly how I was talking about earlier in this video. I'm at fault. Despite all of the things that happened to me and all of the predicaments and how I've grown up and what I was subjected to and all of the advantages or disadvantages that I had because of who I am and the genetics that I have, and I don't blame it. I'm responsible for making it better and fixing it, and it's all on me. And I honestly, at least unless it's deep rooted somehow or you can see it somehow, but I truly don't think I don't blame anyone. I feel responsible. Like, if you've watched any of my videos, you know I'm really hard on myself, and that is because I feel responsible for any situation that I'm in. It is my fault. I have the power, even though maybe I don't have the power, because this is. I can't not blame myself. Yeah, it's no excuse. Despite how my brain works different from everyone else's, it's still not an excuse. I can't function, but it's still not an excuse. Yeah, I thought I was ending this video. There was a point yesterday where I said, maybe I do, like, I'm so against for the pharmaceutical industry and any medication at all. Like, that's something that I definitely would judge. But for a split second, I was like, what if it helped? What if it helped me be able to, like, this get controlled? What if it was to make me not have to worry about forgetting the next thing I was going to say, so I have to jump to that? There, I just explained ADHD. There's the explanation. You have to move on, because as much as I've finished the conversation in my head, you haven't heard it, because I've moved on to the next thing, and I'm going to forget the next thing if I don't tell you right now. And that's constant. Which maybe that's why I like being alone. I do like making these videos, but they obviously have to suck, because who's going to follow along with this? But guess what? There's something else that I can work on. How wonderful. Weird. It's fantastic that I have something, like, I think I'm perfect. I think my life is perfect. My life is not perfect, because I have distractions around me that I don't like. If it's a bird going caw, 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 that I can handle with. Nature I like. It's inconsideration that drives me crazy. Somebody mowing their lawn, doesn't bother me. I'll even record a video when somebody's mowing their lawn. I never understand that the YouTubers that come on and say, "Oh, please." I think I probably said that, but I work people's sensory things. People have so many OCD things that I can't sympathize with, I guess, which maybe I should try. Again, something I can work on for someone who thinks they're so perfect and so proud of themselves for who they are and what they believe. And I do have a lot of things that I can work on, and I'm grateful for that, because I still have years ahead of me. I want to grow and I want to be better, and that's why it's kind of cool. After I solve all of the problems, maybe there'll be time for me to experiment with socializing again. Maybe one day I'll have a wife or something. Like, it'll be too late to have children. It's already too late to have children. Do I want to be 70 years old when I have somebody in high school? I don't think so. Can you believe that? Is elementary school not be 70? I'm thinking a lot about yoga. Oh, there was something in there about forcing myself to, something about limitations and, yeah. Anyway, I'll stop talking right now. Let's save a video for tomorrow, even though there's lots of, will I do a video? I think the last video I made, I said I'll see you tomorrow, and then it's like 20 days afterwards. What the? How is it more than 2 weeks since I made a video? I'm sorry. I apologize. Thank you for joining me today. I thought I was going to be able to clean, but I don't think that'll make a good video. I can't concentrate on what I'm doing if I'm talking to you. But maybe there's some stuff that I can. Like, I've done it before. We've gone through one of these totes that I've had in the basement, and I've said, this I'm going to keep, this I'm not going to keep, I don't like this, and then I have stories for each item and stuff. But in this case, it's just toys, and I've already made a video. You can see me going through this bin talking about toys, but I don't think that's something that most of the people would want to see. It's a very genre topic. So here, there is no genre, but maybe we should, I guess it's like, the genre of this channel is living within somebody. Didn't I go into there to finish off the video, and we said that we were finishing off the video with Men Were Bad and cavemen. See, very huge interest of me. Animals were animals. Oh no, and now I forgot how I was closing off the video for the second time. Was there another lesson that I wanted to get, some kind of 50-year-old lesson that I wanted to give you? No, there was something, I don't remember what it is. Anyway, yes, I made a video. That's what my bicep looks like. I'm kind of skinny and stuff. There was a beetle on my ceiling this morning, and I went to kill it, and then it popped. I don't know if it flew away, but it just, I looked down at my pants, and it wasn't there, and it was, and it wasn't on the floor, and I don't know where it went. And I don't like that. I don't like fine. We talked about me not liking bugs. I kill them. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining me. Oh yeah, this is a channel about some incoherent guy whose brain is like all over the place, like nobody's you've ever seen before. Let's dial it in. Let's see if we can fix it. Well, wait, we don't want to fix it. We're perfect just the way we are. I love you.